Remember, my excellent drivers, you are responsible for the safe use of your vehicle and abiding by the state or territory rules that you are driving in, and that, of course, includes mobile phone usage.
Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome to another episode of The Art of Confident Driving. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're ready for a really interesting episode. We're doing spiral roundabouts. Okay, guys, so we've had a lot of new roundabout markings come through on our multi-lane roundabouts. So roundabouts with 2 lanes heading in each direction. So when it's a regular multi-lane roundabout, we are able to use the left lane normally to go left and straight, and the right lane normally can go straight and right. So if you are turning right, you'd need to be in the right lane. If you are turning left, you'd need to be in the left lane. And of course, if we're going straight ahead, you should be able to do it from either lane. Now, it's very important to remember that we must look at the road markings. And if there is a green information sign well before the roundabout, we should look at that to tell us which lane is doing what. But I want to talk about spiral roundabouts today. So spiral roundabouts are when you enter normally from the right lane wanting to turn right. You start off in the right lane, but the spiral actually makes you exit into the left lane. Now, I know it seems a bit strange and weird, but there are reasons for this. So the photo I'm going to put up for this podcast episode, it's actually taken from the Queensland Government Department of Transport website. So unfortunately, it's only a 3-way roundabout, but you still get the general idea. So even if this was a 4-way roundabout, it's still the same principle. So if you have a look at the picture, that right lane, it says the right arrow. So that means we will be turning right from that lane. We don't have a choice. We must turn right. So as we're entering the roundabout, you can see those little baby dotted lines, yeah? They're broken. It almost looks like give-way lines, but they're not. What they're telling you is if you cross me, you are now going in a different direction. And this is applicable in many cases. And I have spoken about this on our Laned Roads episode. So when we are crossing those lines, what it basically means is the direction that we intended going, we won't be able to do anymore. So if we cross those lines just there, we will be ending up doing a U-turn. So we should actually go back the same road that we just came from. But if we don't cross those lines, what it's doing is it's forcing us into that outer left lane to exit the left lane to get off the roundabout at that right turn that we're after. So as you can see in the picture, the green car is going into that outer lane from the right lane. He's going into that left lane and he will exit to the right. The orange car can either go straight or right. And the right lane next to that right car can also turn right. So again, that's why that spiral works. It's to allow the orange car and the car that would be next to him to both turn right at the same time. I know it seems a bit strange, but it's to facilitate the movement of traffic through that roundabout better. So what they're trying to get you to do is if you're turning left, you must be in the left lane. If you're turning right, you must be in the right lane. But now we need you to go in the outer lane, and that will also stop those cars coming from the left entering whilst you're trying to turn right. Which, as a driver, it can be very intimidating. If you're trying to turn right at a multi-lane roundabout and another driver enters from the left while you're on that roundabout, that can be quite daunting, especially if they're a big vehicle. So what they're trying to do with the spiral is to make sure that that traffic that is on your left, since you have already entered the roundabout, they are required to give way to you. So it's basically stopping them from entering the roundabout and going on the roundabout at the same time you're trying to turn right. Okay? So as we're coming up to that multi-lane spiral roundabout, again, it's exactly the same sort of principle as all of our other roundabouts, the single lane and the multi-lanes. We should be having a look around to seeing what other vehicles are doing. We, of course, give way to all traffic that's already on the roundabout, but when we go to do our right turn, we'll start in the right lane. Then as we're halfway through, it will force us into that left lane, and then we exit off that right turn. I know it can be a bit confusing, but just take your time. Don't rush, but please, you need to look to where you want the car to go. Okay? That's one of the most important parts of it. You don't need to look down at the lines. Okay, you need to look to where you want the car to go. And I guarantee you'll get there. I guarantee it. So just have a try getting on the roundabout, following the lines and doing that right turn. And then maybe at another time you could come back. And this time we could do the U-turn. And then you'll see if you hug that concrete of the roundabout, you will end up doing the U-turn. But if you're hugging the lines, you'll end up doing the right turn. Okay, so just go on out there. Take your time. Don't rush it. And please, as always, be safe. Remember, know your road rules, practice your mindful, good, healthy driving habits, and be confident. I'll see you out there. And my full driving lessons are available on Apple Podcasts and the artofconfidentdriving.com website, where you'll get access to instructional videos. Remember to relax and enjoy the drive. See you next time.